Friends, in this video we are going to see how to solve equations in one variables. So before solving, let us see what is meant by equations in one variable. Suppose an equation is written like this: x plus 2 is equal to 5. So in this equation, 2 is a number, 5 is a number, and x is a letter which we call as variable. And how many variables are there? One variable. So such problems are called as equations in one variable. Clear, students? Let us see. Suppose the problem is like this: 3x plus 2x is equal to 25. How many variables are there? You may say, sir, 3x and 2x, there are two variables. But this is not the case. Here, students, 3x and 2x are like terms. So their addition subtraction is possible. Means this 3x plus 2x, their addition is possible. So if we'll add them, it will be equals to 3x plus 2x is equal to 5x, which is equals to 25. Means if in a problem there are more than one variables with same index, here index of x is 1, here also index of x is 1, then we can convert them into equations in one variable, or ultimately we can call them as equation in one variable. So this is also equation in one variable, this is also equation in one variable. Let us see one more example. Suppose the question is 4x square plus 2x square is equal to 150. So is it equation in one variable? Which variables are there? X, x. What is the degree of x? Here degree of x is 2. Here also degree of x is 2. Means both are like terms or like variables. Means we can convert them into equation in one variable. We can do their addition. 4 plus 2, 6x square is equal to 150. So this is also equation in one variable. So what is the concrete rule? The rule is, if in a problem, if in an equation there are variables with same indices, we can call such problem as equation in one variable. Okay, students? Now suppose the question is x plus y is equal to 3. In this equation, how many variables are there? First is x, second is y. Are they same variables? No. So this is not an equation in one variable. Clear? Because both are unlike. X and y are unlike terms. So I hope, students, you might have understand what is meant by equations in one variables. Okay? And let us see how to solve it. The most important and very basic idea is, whatever is the equation, we have to keep it alone on one side, either on the left hand side of the equation or on the right hand side of the equation. What do you mean by keeping the equation variable alone? On the left hand side, how many things are there? X and plus 2. Two things are there. So among these two things, we have to keep one thing alone. Means this x alone. Means this 2 should not be on the left side, left hand side. So where it should be? It should be on the right hand side. Clear? So on the left hand side, we will keep this x alone. Okay, equals to, on the right hand side there is 5. Now while shifting any number from left hand side to right hand side, or from right hand side to left hand side, it acts oppositely. Means if it is doing addition on left hand side, after changing side it will do subtraction. If it is doing subtraction on left hand side, after changing the side it will do addition. If it is doing multiplication on the left hand side, after changing the side it will do division. If it's doing division on the left hand side, it will do multiplication after changing the side. And same is the case while changing the side from right to left. So please remember these two most important things while solving such kind of problems. First things, we have to keep the variable alone on any one side, either left or right. First thing. Second thing, whenever a number, a term, whenever a number or a term or variable will change side, it will do opposite arithmetic operation. So here this 2 is doing addition. After changing side it will do subtraction. So it will be 5 minus 2. Therefore x is equal to 5 minus 2. Therefore we can say x is equal to 3. Clear, friends? Okay. Whereas in this problem 5x is equal to 25. 3x plus 2x is equal to 25. 3x and 2x, its addition is possible. We added it into 5x. 5x is equal to 25. So here also two things are there, 5 and x. What we have to do? We have to keep this x alone. We want only x here. Means this 5 should change its side. What this 5 is doing here? Addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. The 5 is multiplying to x. So after changing side, that 5 will divide. Means this 25 which is okay, means this x which will be alone on the left hand side is equal to 25 which is not changing its side will be as it is, and this 5 which is multiplying here after changing side will divide to this 25, and division we normally write it in the form of fraction in equations. So x is equal to 25 upon 5 or 25 divided by 5. Therefore we can say x is equal to 5. 6x square is equal to 150. We have to keep this x on its left hand side alone. So this 6 will change the side. After changing side, this 6 will divide to 150 because here 6 is multiplying to x square. Therefore we can say x square is equal to 150 divided by 6. Therefore x square is equal to 150 divided by 6, which is equals to 25. X square is equal to 25. So what is the number which square is equal to 25? That is 5. Therefore we can say x is equal to 5. Clear, friends? So I hope you are getting the idea. The idea is keep the variable alone either on the left hand side or on the right hand side. Okay? And while keeping the variable alone, whatever number or terms will change the side, they will do opposite arithmetic operations. So let us see few more examples. Suppose, students, the question is 17p minus 2 is equal to 49. Now what we have to do? 17p minus 2 is equal to 49. On the left hand side, variable p is there. So we have to keep that variable alone on the left hand side. Means this 17 and 2 should change their side. Now which one should change the side first? 17 or 2? That is the question. So please remember one more thing. While changing the side, we should act opposite to the BODMAS. While solving any kind of expression, what are we doing? We are solving them according to BODMAS. Whatever is the bracket that we are solving first, then orders, then among division and multiplication, whatever is first, that we are solving, then among addition and subtraction, whatever is first, that we are solving. Okay, that is the case while solving the problem, right? But whenever we have to shift or change the side of any number, we have to act opposite to the BODMAS. Means among this subtraction and addition, whichever is there, that will change its side first. So here 17 is multiplying, 2 is doing subtraction. So among these two, subtraction is having higher priority while changing the side. So this 2 will change the side first, right? So what will remain? 17p will remain on the left hand side, which is equals to 49. This 2 which is doing subtraction, after changing side it will do addition. So 17p is equal to 49 plus 2. Clear? Therefore 17p is equal to 49 plus 2, 51. Now the last one which is doing multiplication. Therefore p is equal to 51 upon 17. Therefore p is equal to 3. 17 3 is 51. Clear, students? So please remember these things. Whenever a number has to change its side, number which are doing addition or subtraction, they will change their side first before the numbers which are doing division and multiplication, and after that the numbers or variables with orders, and after that whatever is in the bracket, that we have to change. Clear? So while solving, the sequence is BODMAS, and while changing the side, it will be, we can say, SADMOB. I can't pronounce it. Whoever is able to pronounce it, please send me a voice message. Sir, SAMDOB. SADMOB. Can we say it as a sad mob? A mob which is sad. Okay, sad mob. So sad mob is while changing the side. So sad mob we can relate with Indian wedding. Whenever a bride is changing her side, means from her own house she is shifting to in-law house. Mob in her house means her mother, father, brother, sister, whoever are they, that mob is sad. We can remember like this only. I don't know you should remember like this or not, but I found it funny, so let's enjoy it. So 17p minus 2 is equal to 49. We have to change side of two numbers, 17 and 2. So which one should change side first? This 2 according to the sad mob. So this 2 will change the side. After changing side, it will do opposite arithmetic operation. Here it is doing subtraction. So after doing changing the side, it will do addition. So 17p is equal to 49 plus 2, 51. Now once again we have to keep the p alone, means 17 should change the side. 17 is doing multiplication. After changing side, it will do division. So p is equal to 51 divided by 17, which is equals to 3. Let us see next example, where suppose the question is like this: 3x plus 12 is equal to 2x minus 4. Students, what's our idea? Our idea is to keep the variable alone on any one side. But here variables are on both sides. Left hand side is, on left hand side there is 3x, on right hand side there is 2x. Then what we have to do? We have to collect them on any one side. Either we can shift this 2x on the left side, or we can shift this 3x on the right side. So let us shift this 2x on the left hand side. So on the left hand side, what is there? 3x plus 12. This 2x after changing side, what is this 2x? It is plus 2x. So after changing side, it will become minus 2x, which is equals to, so what will remain on the left hand side? Only minus 4. Clear, students? So on the left hand side, 3x plus 2 was there. It will join with minus 2x. Done. Once again, according to the logic, on the left hand side there should be variables only, numbers with variables only, means left hand side deserves only 3x and this minus 2x. So this plus 12, which is odd one, it should change its side from left to right. So this plus 12 after changing side, it will become minus 12. So left hand side will be 3x minus 2x, right? Because this plus 12 is changing the side, only 3x minus 2x will remain there, and on the right hand side minus 4 was there. After changing side, this plus 12 will become minus 12. So 3x minus 2x is equal to minus 4 minus 12. 3x minus 2x is nothing but 1x. We can write it as equals to x, which is equals to minus 4 minus 12, which is equals to minus 16. So this is our final answer. Means students, we have to convert every kind of problem in such kind of problem where only one variable will be there at the end. Okay, students, please remember, at the end we are going to convert every problem in this kind of problem where there is not any denominator or bracket, and finally we are going to keep one variable on left hand side or on right hand side. Third question is 5 into x minus 3 is equal to 3 into x plus 2. We can solve the problem of this type where finally one variable will be there and few numbers will be there on left and right hand side. But here is the different case. A bracket is introduced. Then what we have to do? What we have to do? We have to solve the bracket first according to the BODMAS. So what is there inside the bracket? X minus 3. Unlike their addition subtraction is not possible. Here x plus 2. Addition subtraction within the bracket is not possible. Now what is the next step? Next step is bracket order multiplication. Is there multiplication? Yes. This 5 is multiplying to the bracket. Here we have to multiply this x minus 3 by 5. Means we have to multiply x by 5 and minus 3 by 5. 5 into x, 5x. So it will be equals to 5x. 5 into minus 3, minus 15. Which is equals to 3 into x, 3x. Plus 3 into plus 2, plus 6. Got it, students? Now, is it the problem of this type? Right? So what we have to do? Collect the variables on one side. So this 3x will change the side, which is plus here. After changing side, it will become minus. So on the left hand side, 5x minus 3x. Clear? At a time, we can do both operations. As 3 had changed its side, this minus 15 also can change its side from left to right. So after changing side, this plus 6 which is not changing the side will be as it is. This minus 15 after changing side, it will become plus 15. Got it, students? What have I done? I have completed two operations in one step. This 3x had changed its side, which is plus on the right hand side. After changing side, it turned out into minus. This minus 15 had changed its side, which is minus on the left hand side. After changing side, it turns out into plus. So 5x minus 3x is equal to 6 plus 15. 5x minus 3x is equal to 2x, which is equals to 6 plus 15, which is equals to 21. Therefore, 2x is equal to 21, but we want the value of x. So x we can keep alone, which is equals to 21. This 2 is multiplying to x. After changing side, it will divide to 21. So x is equal to 21 upon 2. And if you want the answer in the decimal, you can write x is equals to 10.5. Any one is acceptable. This is also correct. This is also correct. If it is mentioned in the question, write the answer in decimal, then this is required. Otherwise, up to this one is also okay. Clear, students? Now, what will be the case if any one number among this is a fraction? 9x upon 8 plus 1 is equal to 10. Students, once again, we can solve this kind of problem where there is not any denominator, not a bracket or nothing is there. So what we have to do, whenever this kind of problem is there, not there, we have to convert the given problem into this kind of problem. Here bracket was there, we solve the bracket, so automatically the equation is converted into this kind of problem here. 5x minus 3x is equal to 6 plus 15. Here denominator is there, so we have to convert it into this kind of problem. Means what we have to do, we have to eliminate this denominator. So how to remove this 8? Suppose, students, 9 upon 8 is there and we don't want this 8 in the number. So what we have to do, if we will multiply it by 8, automatically 8 from numerator and 8 from denominator will cut and only 9 will remain. Means if we will multiply this first fraction by its denominator will eliminate. Clear, students? But while solving equation, we can't multiply to only one number. It will change the balance. It will change the value of the equation. So what we have to do? We have to multiply whole equation by this denominator. So please remember to eliminate the denominator of any one fraction, we have to multiply whole equation by that denominator. So let's multiply this by 8. So let's multiply by 8. So 8 multiplied by 9x upon 8 plus 1 is equal to 10. We are multiplying to this total equation. 9x upon 8 multiplied by 8 plus 1 multiplied by 8 equals to 10 multiplied by 8. All equation we have to multiply by 8. So what will happen? 9x upon 8 multiplied by 8. 8 will cut as shown here. So here it will remain only 9x. 1 multiplied by 8 is equal to 8 plus plus plus. So 9x plus 8 plus 8 multiplied by plus 1 is equal to plus 8 is equal to will be as it is 10 multiplied by 8 is equal to 10 8 is 80. 9x plus 8 is equal to 80. Is it converted into this kind of problem? 17p minus 2 equals to 49, where one variable is there and few numbers are there. So again, to keep this variable alone, this 8 and 9 will change the side, and according to this SADMOB, this addition number which is doing addition will change its side first, means 9x will be on left hand side, which is equals to 80. This plus 8 will change the side and will become minus 8. So 9x is equal to 80 minus 8. Therefore 9x is equal to 80 minus 8 is equal to 72. Now to keep the x alone, this 9 will change the side, which is multiplying here. After changing side, that 9 will divide. Therefore x is equal to 72 divided by 9, and x is equal to 9 8 is 72. So students, before continuing with next complex problems, let's revise what we have learned. If in an equation there is a variable with same indices, such equation is called as equation in one variable, that we learn. Second thing, to solve equation in one variable, we have to keep that variable alone on its side, right? For that, few numbers will change their side, and whenever numbers are changing their side, they are doing opposite arithmetic operation. Clear? Third thing, while changing the side opposite to BODMAS, we have to use SADMOB rule. Means what? A number which is doing subtraction or addition, that will change its side first. Then a number which is doing multiplication or division, that will change its side. Then a number with order will change its side. Then the numbers which will be there in the bracket, they will change their side. Clear students? And we saw, while solving such kind of problems, we have to convert the problems in this type of equation where one variable and few numbers are there without denominators or bracket. So if a denominator is there, we have to multiply the whole equation by that denominator. These many things we have learned. Now let us see what if there are more than one denominators. Question is y upon 7 plus y minus 4 upon 3 is equal to 2. There are two denominators. What we have to do? We have to eliminate these denominators. What is the rule while eliminating the denominator? We have to multiply by the denominator. As there are two denominators, we will multiply twice. Means first we will multiply this equation by 7. So 7 will eliminate. Then we will multiply by 3. So 3 will eliminate. Let us see how. By multiplying 7, it will be 7 multiplied by into the bracket y plus 7 plus y minus 4 upon 3, which is equals to 2. Means this all three terms we have to multiply by 7. 7 multiplied by y upon 7. 7 will cut. So here it will remain y. Clear? 7 multiplied by y upon 7. 7 will cut. So only y will remain, which I have written here. Y minus 4 upon 3 multiplied by 7. 7 multiplied by y minus 4 upon 3. Clear, students? So 7 multiplied by this is nothing but 7 upon 1 multiplied by this. So numerator will multiply to the numerator, denominator will multiply to the denominator. So 7 will multiply to this y minus 4. 7 multiplied by y, 7y. 7 multiplied by minus 4, minus 28. So that will be equals to plus 7y minus 28 upon 3, which is equals to, now 7 multiplied by 2 is equal to 7 to the 14. So students, one denominator is eliminated, one denominator is remained. Now what we have to do? We have to multiply this equation by 3. So let us multiply it by 3. Therefore 3 multiplied by y plus 7y minus 28 upon 3, which is equals to 14. 3 multiplied by y is equal to 3y. 3 multiplied by 7y minus 28 upon 3. This 3 from numerator and 3 from denominator will cut. 3 multiplied by 7y minus 28 upon 3. So 3 from numerator and denominator will cut and only 7y minus 28 will remain. So it will be plus 7y minus 28, which is equals to 3 multiplied by 14, 42. So students, now we have converted the equation into a type such that there are only variables with coefficients without denominator and bracket. So again we have to just keep the variables alone on one side. So therefore 3y plus 7y will remain on the left hand side, which is equals to 42 is on the right hand side. This minus 28 will change the side and will become plus 28. So on the left hand side 3y plus 7y is equal to 10y. 42 plus 28 is equal to 70. 10y is equal to 70. We have to find the value of y. So 10 will change the side. Here 10 is multiplying. After changing the side, 10 will divide. Therefore y is equal to 70 divided by 10 and y is equal to 7. Got it, friends? So wherever denominator is there, we can eliminate the denominator by multiplying that denominator to the whole equation. If more than one denominator, let's multiply more than one time. Clear? Please take the screenshot. I am going to rub this upper part. The last question is x minus 9 upon x minus 5 is equal to 5 upon 7. It's one of its own kind. There is not addition subtraction on left hand side like this, right? On the right hand side also there is not addition subtraction. So what is this? This is nothing but one fraction is on the left hand side which is equals to one fraction on the right hand side. So these two are equivalent fractions. These two are equal fractions. So whenever equal fractions are there, their cross multiplication is equal. For example, 1 upon 2 is equal to 5 upon 10 and their cross multiplication 1 10s are 10, 2 5s are 10 is equal, or we can say this 1 upon 2 is equal to 7 upon 14. Their cross multiplication 7 2s are 14, 1 4s are 14 is equal. It is true with any equivalent fraction. Suppose 3 upon 4 is equal to 12 upon 16. So their cross multiplication is equal. 16 3s are 48, 12 4s are 48. If we will say that is equals to 15 upon 20. So again their cross multiplication will be equal. 20 into 3, 60. 15 into 4, 60. 20 into 12, 240. 15 into 16 also 240. See, 16 multiplied by 15. 15 6 are 99 is the carry. 15 1 the 15 plus 9, 24. Means these two are equivalent fractions, equal fractions. Their cross multiplication is equal. Means 7 multiplied by x minus 9 is equal to 5 multiplied by x minus 5. So let's write it as equals to 7 multiplied by x minus 9 is equal to 5 multiplied by x minus 5. Now this is one of the ordinary type which we have already solved in this video. So what we have to do here, remove the brackets, multiply this x minus 9 by 7, multiply this x minus 5 by 5. Let's multiply. So that is equals to 7 into x, 7x, 7 into minus 9, minus 63, which is equals to 5 into x, 5x, 5 into minus 5, minus 25. Collect the variables on one side. So 7x and 5x, let's keep them on the left hand side. 5x will change the side and it will turn into minus 5x. Therefore 7x minus 5x is equal to minus 25. This minus 63 will change the side and will become plus 63. Therefore 7x minus 5x is nothing but 2x. 63 minus 25 is equal to 38. So 2x is equal to 38. Therefore x is equal to 38 divided by 2. Here this 2 is multiplying to x, after changing side it will divide. X is equal to 38 upon 2 means x is equal to 19. 19 to the 38. In this video we saw what is meant by equations in one variables. Then we saw the technique to solve the equation in one variables, where we have to keep the variable alone on any one side, left side or right hand side, and while changing the side, numbers will use the rule of SAD-MOB, which is opposite to the BODMAS. We solved different kind of equations. We solve equation of kind 17p minus 2, which is equals to 49. This is the most basic kind of equation we solved. And remaining equation which are not in this type, we converted them into this type and solve. For example, we solve an equation 3x plus 12 is equal to 12x minus 4. We converted this equation into this type by collecting the variables on one side and numbers on another side. Then we solved an equation of type 5 into x minus 3, which is equals to 3 into x plus 2. Again this equation we have to convert into this type. So for that what we have done, we have multiplied this bracket by the coefficient. So automatically this type of equation was converted into this type, and ultimately this type of equation is converted into this type to solve. Clear students? Then we solve equation which contain denominators. We solved an equation like this: y upon 7 plus y minus 3 4 upon 3 is equal to 2. To solve the equations with denominator, we multiply the equation by the denominators by the denominators. Okay, so for that we solve this equation y upon 7 plus y minus 4 upon 3 is equal to 2, as well as we solved 9x upon 8 plus 1 is equal to 10. Clear? So we solved three type of equations, and finally we solve an equation which contains equivalent fraction, an equation of type x minus 9 upon x minus 5 is equal to 5 upon 7. So students, if you will solve this 1 2 3 4 5 equations, if you will learn how to solve this kind of equations in one variable is very much easy for you. You can solve any kind of problem based on this.